Ever since Jesus was born into this world, he had been working to bring God's will on earth. Jesus lived on earth to show how God loved men. Jesus was the Son of God, and he was willing to sacrifice his own life to show this love. Over his lifetime, Jesus performed several miracles to help people who were suffering and in pain. Jesus never did this to show off or get attention. He performed these miracles so that people would believe in him and be happy in life by helping one another. This was the message that Jesus tried to pass on to us. Here are the miracles that Jesus performed. By the time Jesus was young, he was very popular among people. He was known to help people in need, and his selfless acts earned the love and respect of the people of the land. One day, Jesus and his mother, Mary, were invited to a wedding in the village of Cana. It was a grand wedding with hundreds of guests. There was music and dancing. Everybody came to bless the newly married couple and wished them a good life. There was a grand feast for everybody. Wine was served at the wedding, as this was the custom during that time. During the wedding, the host discovered that there was no more wine to serve to the guests.
What is this? The wine is over? Oh my God, this is terrible. What will I do now? We have more guests coming in now. What will I give them?
What happened? Why are you looking so sad?
The wine, it's over. We have no more wine to give our guests.
Oh my God, that's terrible. What will we do now?
I don't know.
What happened? Why are you crying, Anna?
I don't know what to tell you, Mary. All the wine we had got over. What are we going to tell our guests now? What will we do?
Don't worry, Anna. Everything will be fine. Let me talk to my son Jesus. He can help you. You must help them. They are in distress and don't know what to do.
Mother, how can we help them? We did not do anything. This is their problem.
I don't care about that. You can help them, and so you must.
Very well, Mother. Let me see what I can do. Mary calls Ephraim and Anna to where she was standing and talks to them.
Do whatever Jesus tells you to do. Everything will be taken care of.
Very well, Mary. Thank you.
Take these empty jars and fill them with water, then cover them with lids. Ephraim looks surprised at first, but then continues to fill the wine jars with water. Jesus then walked to the jars and blessed them. Ephraim, now open the lids and check the jars. Ephraim opens the lid of jars and to his amazement finds the jars filled to the brim with wine.
This is unbelievable. Jesus, how is this possible? This is a miracle. Thank you, my Lord. You truly are the Son of God.
Go in peace, Ephraim. All the guests at the wedding were amazed at this miracle and understood that Jesus was indeed loved by God. This is the story of a woman who was healed of a painful disease by her faith in Jesus. One day, Jesus was traveling through a town with his followers. There was a woman in the town who had been suffering from a painful disease for years. She had tried to get help from many physicians from all over the country, but even after trying for so many years, the pain did not go away. It had only gotten worse. One day, the woman saw a man walking through the town with a huge crowd following behind him. The woman walked closer to get a better look and then asked a passerby who he was.
Who is that?
That is Jesus, the Son of God. He is traveling through this town with his disciples.
Oh, is that Jesus? He must be able to help me.
Heal you? That is impossible. You are an impure woman. Do not go near him.
She thought if she could meet Jesus, he would help her. So the woman headed towards Jesus to get his blessing. But she could not make her way through the crowd.
If I could at least touch his robe, I would be healed.
Finally, after struggling for a long time, she managed to get near Jesus. She reached out her hand and touched Jesus' robe from behind. Immediately, she felt the pain disappear. Jesus stopped walking and turned around, looking at the crowd. "Who touched me now?"
Master, there are so many people behind you. They are pushing forward to meet you. Somebody must have touched you accidentally.
Jesus looked at the disciple and smiled at him and then turned back to the crowd. "Tell me, who amongst you touched me?" The sick woman came forward and knelt down at Jesus' feet, crying.
My Lord, I have touched you. I have been suffering from a dreadful disease for several years. I have known nothing but pain. But now, when I touched your robe, all my pain is gone. I am free.
"Get up, woman. When you touched me, I felt my power go out of me for a moment. Your faith has healed you. Go in peace now." One day, Jesus was speaking to a crowd of people when suddenly a man approached him and fell at his feet. The man was Jairus. He was a very respected man of the synagogue.
"My Lord, my daughter is very ill. She will die at any moment. Please place your hand on her head so she will live."
Jesus was moved by the request of Jairus, so he went with him. As they approached the house, one of Jesus' followers came from the house.
Jairus, your daughter is dead. Please leave Jesus alone now. There is nothing he can do.
Jairus was stunned to hear these words. He felt silent for a minute and then began to shout the name of his daughter loudly. "Jairus, do not be afraid. Hold on to your belief." Jesus then turned to his disciples and summoned some of them. "Peter, James, John, follow me into the house now." When Jesus stepped into Jairus' house, he saw everybody was crying loudly in the room. The girl lay without life on the floor on a white cloth. "Stay calm, everybody. This girl is not dead. She is just sleeping." Some of the wise old men who had come to visit the house made fun of Jesus when he said this. "I want everybody to step out of the house. Only the girl's parents, Peter, James, and John, may step into the room." Jesus then sat down next to the girl and stroked her head, praying silently for a minute. He then called to the girl, "Wake up, child. Wake up now from your sleep." To the joy and amazement of everybody in the room, the girl got up and walked into her mother's arms. Jesus then turned around to the others in the room and addressed them. "I don't want anyone here to speak to anyone else of what has happened in this room. Give this child something to eat."
Abraham had a nephew named Lot, who lived with his family in the city of Sodom in Jordan. One day, when Abraham was sitting outside his house, he saw 3 people approaching. He immediately guessed that they were not normal humans and went out to meet them. 2 of the men were angels, and the third was God himself. After Abraham greeted them, God spoke to him.
"Abraham, the people of Sodom and the neighboring city of Gomorrah have become very evil. They are doing horrible things and do not respect me at all. I have decided that I will destroy these 2 cities.
Abraham became very alarmed, as he loved his nephew dearly and couldn't bear to think of him and his family being killed.
"Oh Lord, have mercy. I am sure there must be some good people living there also. You are fair and just, so how can you destroy the good people also for no fault of theirs? If there are even 50 good people there, won't they be punished unjustly?"
If there are 50 good people there, I will not destroy the cities. If fact, there are even 20 good people there, then too, I will not do anything.
I don't know how to convince God not to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. I wouldn't be able to bear it if anything happened to my dear nephew and his family. God, I know I should not be speaking to you like this, because I am just a human being and you are God. Please don't be angry with me for saying this. But if 10 people are also good in the 2 cities, don't you think they should not be punished with the guilty?
We shall see. But do you know of any 10 good people there?
God knew that Abraham was worried about his nephew Lot and his family. God also knew that Lot and his family were the only good people in both the cities. Everyone else was on an evil path. God had already decided that he would not let any harm come to Lot and his family. So the next day, he sent 2 angels disguised as men to meet Lot. Lot was at the city gates when he saw the 2 angels disguised as men. He went up to the strangers and greeted them warmly.
"Welcome, welcome! I am so happy to meet you. Please do come to my house. It will be my privilege to serve you."
The 2 men accompanied Lot to his house. A meal was prepared for them, and along with his wife and daughters, Lot fed them with love and respect. The guests were preparing to rest after their meal when there was a big commotion outside Lot's house. When Lot looked out, a huge crowd had gathered there.
"What do you want? Why are you making so much noise?"
"Who are the 2 men who have come to your house?"
"They are my guests. Why are you interested in them?"
"Bring them out and let us deal with them."
No, no, please do not do this. They are my guests and will leave soon."
"Bring them out, or we shall come in and take them."
"Please, I beg of you. If you want, you can even take my daughters."
Lot knew that if he turned those men to the crowd, they would definitely treat them very badly. He turned and quickly locked his door so that the crowd would not be able to enter his house. However, he was very scared because he knew that the crowd could very easily break down the door.
Lot, just come inside and relax. You have done all that you could do.
Saying this, the angels pulled Lot inside, opened the door, and before anybody could understand what was happening, the angels had blinded all the men outside.
Now you need not fear the mob, Lot, as they are all blind and will not even be able to see the door to break it. Go and gather all your family members and prepare to leave, as we have been sent by God to destroy both Sodom and Gomorrah. And hurry up, there is not much time left. Once again, we are telling you, if you have any other members of your family whom you wish to save, now is the time. Go quickly and warn them.
Lot's daughters were married to some young men staying in the city. He rushed to their houses to tell them to leave, as the cities were going to be destroyed soon. However, his sons-in-laws refused to believe him and just made fun of him.
Listen to what our dear father-in-law has to say. Our city is going to be destroyed.
Lot went back home. He was very sad. He couldn't believe that God was actually going to destroy his home and town, as well as the neighboring town. However, he and his family were too scared to question the angels and started gathering a few things to take along with them before making their escape. As dawn broke the next morning, the angels again told Lot to hurry up and prepare to leave, but Lot was still hesitant. It broke his heart to leave behind his home and city, as well as his daughters. The angels then decided that they could not wait any longer and spoke sternly to Lot.
Look, Lot, you are a good man, which is why I have been sent to take you away from here safely before God destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. If you do not hurry now, even you will be destroyed. Also, we have to warn you all. When we are leaving, none of you should look back.
As Lot looked around at his house, the angels quickly held his wife and daughters by their arms and led them towards the door.
Lot, will you hurry up now? We don't have much time. Please try and understand.
Finally, Lot also followed the angels and his family, looking back sadly at his home that he would leave forever. The angels quickly led them to the outskirts of the city.
Now quick, run to the hills. There and save your lives. And once again, remember what we told you. Do not look back.
Oh, please have mercy on me. I will not be able to climb up the hill. Please let us go to that city over there. It is only a small city. Please spare it.
All right, Lot. We shall not destroy that city for your sake. But now hurry and escape. As soon as you reach that city safely, Sodom and Gomorrah will be destroyed. You are warned once again not to look back, no matter what happens.
Lot, along with his wife and daughters, hurried away as fast as they could. As the sun started rising, there was a massive storm of burning hot sulfur that rained down on the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. The people of the two cities could not understand what was happening. They were very scared and ran here and there, not knowing what to do. They screamed in pain when the hot sulfur fell on them. Very soon, everyone in the two cities was dead. There were bodies lying scattered all around, and houses were completely destroyed. Though Lot and his family were quite far away by then, his wife did what the angels had told them not to do. She turned around to catch a last glimpse of the city. As soon as she did that, she turned into a pillar of salt. Lot and his daughters couldn't believe what they were seeing.
No, oh no! What has happened to my wife?
She disobeyed God. You were all warned several times not to turn and look back, but she did not obey. So this is the fate she has met.
Oh, please, please, can she not be forgiven just once?
No, Lot. Nothing can be done now. Please take your daughters and go.
Feeling sad and miserable, Lot and his daughters continued ahead, leaving behind the salt pillar that was once Lot's beloved wife.